Portuguese eat letters. They don't pronounce every single letter, and they do so many things when they speak that even Brazilians, Portuguese native speakers, they also struggle understanding what the Portuguese are saying. Olá, I'm Sara, I'm a Portuguese teacher, and I'm here to help you not only understand how the Portuguese actually speak, doesn't matter the speed, doesn't matter how many letters they swallow, doesn't matter what they do. I help you understand the Portuguese, and I help you have the best life that you can have with the Portuguese in Portuguese. Really connected and make friendships. So there are a couple of things that people don't know that the Portuguese do, and when they listen to real Portuguese in the real world, I'm not talking about your textbook audio, because a lot of times that's not authentic Portuguese. People listen to people in real world, and they found that Portuguese are doing something that makes them not understanding what they're saying. But because they don't have any guidance, they don't know what to do, they cannot really realize what is that the Portuguese are doing and how to overcome this particular characteristic of European Portuguese that makes it a little more complicated to understand. You know, every single language has things that are more easy to learn, others more complicated. Sometimes languages have more layers that we need to unfold, different milestones we need to go, like you need to different milestones that we need to achieve, right? And in Portuguese from Portugal has certain characteristics. Okay, and today's video I'm going to share with you, I'm going to show you 3 words, and I'm going to explain what the Portuguese do that makes it usually difficult to understand what Portuguese are saying. Because when we speak, compared to, for example, Spanish, Brazilian Portuguese, and American English, we tend to close our mouths more. So we kind of speak inside. And let me show you these words here. Just 3 words, but I have a lot of interesting things to say about them. So we have rapazes, estamos, and de manhã. Rapazes, estamos, de manhã. What is happening here? So in terms of syllabes, what we have in this first word is rapazes. Okay? And in terms of eating letters, we are going to focus on vowels, because vowels are the ones that we eat the most, especially some vowels. And when you hear me pronouncing rapazes, you see that we have 2 A's, right? Rapazes. But am I pronouncing these 2 A's the same way? No, I'm not. The first A in the first syllable, it's lower. H. But the second A, it's higher. It's an open A. A. Rapa, 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 rapa. Can you tell the difference? A. Okay, this is, of course, listening comprehension is connected to pronunciation, because we hear what someone said, and we'll talk about speaking, about pronunciation. Okay, so not only you need to distinguish between the 2 sounds, but when you are speaking, you want to be able to pronounce the 2 differently. So rapa, this first 2 syllables. How about the last syllable? Zish, 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 zish. Do you hear any vowel sound? I don't. I just hear 2 consonants, the X and sh. A Z, z, and sh. Z and sh. Why? Because we don't pronounce this sound here, this vowel, because it's Let me change here. Let me put this bigger so you can see my mouth and what I do when I pronounce this. Rapazes. Rapazes. By the way, it means boys. Not little boys, but maybe teenagers or young adults. Rapazes. 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 So you see that there's one syllable that is higher than the others. Pa. Rapazes. Rapazes. In Portuguese, just one syllable can be the highest. Higher than the others. Just one. Well, just one. That's why it's the highest, right? The highest. So, rapazes. And this last syllable, rapazes, zish, it's just two sounds, two consonants. We don't pronounce the vowel in the syllable. So this vowel is vowel here is the vowel that we eat the most. The vowel that is pronounced Can you see it? Like this. But because the first consonant in this syllable is z, the combination is the z, z, sh. Let me show you here again. Put it, can be here. Okay. This is a true class, very deep. Just three words, but very important. So in this last syllable, what do we have? We have the Z, right? We have the Z plus the vowel U plus the S. What happens here? The sound for this Z, the consonant Z, is Z, Z, U. So the sound ends with U. And the vowel is also U. So what happens? Z plus U, Z. Which means if you have Z and the vowel or just the Z, is the same. Z, Z. And when you hear the Portuguese saying this word or others, because it's a pattern, you don't hear the vowel. It's just not there. Rapazes, zes, zes. Of course, when we write, we need to follow the spelling rules, but when we speak, it's not there. Rapazes, rapazes. And if I try to write it the way we actually say it, will be something like this. Rapazes, 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 rapazes. So this is way more close to the way we actually pronounce it than the official way based on the spelling rules. This one here. Okay? Next word. Estamos. 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 So these are the syllables. Estamos. And probably you can tell that I'm not pronouncing what? The first letter, the first vowel. For the same reason that we don't pronounce the U in rapazes. Okay, it's a pattern. When we have an U, like rapazes, estamos, We don't pronounce it. We eat it. So, estamos, 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 estamos. And we can represent it this way. Estamos or estamos. Why these two versions? Because we can pronounce the U or not. It depends. With the U, it's a must that we don't pronounce it. Okay? We don't pronounce the U, that's a must. But with this U, estamos, some people pronounce it, but it's soft. Or we don't pronounce it at all. Notice that there's always a higher part in this in any word. And in this word is ta. Estamos. Estamos. And I will put myself bigger so you can see my mouth. Estamos. 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 Okay, the highest syllable is ta. Estamos. So this mush we write with MOS, but we pronounce with the U, or we don't pronounce it at all. Okay, this sh in the end, I wrote SH because I'm doing this video in English, explaining in English, and for English speakers, the sound sh usually corresponds to SH. Okay, so estamos, the sh in the beginning and sh in the end. Estamos, estamos, estamos. Estamos, 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 estamos. Estamos, 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 estamos. Estamos, 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 estamos. How about the next word or words? De manhã. De manhã. De manhã. And faster. De manhã. De manhã. De manhã. De manhã. De manhã. In the morning. By the way, I think I didn't say the meaning for the previous word. Estamos means we are. And de manhã means in the morning. So you look at this word, you see the letters, and you listen to me. De manhã, de manhã, de manhã. Based on what I just explained about the other words, what do you think is happening here? Because in the other words, we had the same vowels, right? And we also will have here. So what is going to happen? So let me show you how we can represent the way we actually pronounce it. De manhã. Like this. De manhã. So de, you don't see here the vowel because we don't pronounce it. We eat it. De. De plus u, de, de. It's just the sound of the consonant. We need to write this way to follow the spelling rules, but the way we say it, just the sound of the consonant. De. And then manhã. We have a low A, ma, 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 and then as the sound ny and a nasal A. Ah, ah, ah. I believe I already did a video. I have a lot of videos here on YouTube, but I believe I already did one specifically about, yes, I did. It was in my backyard about nasal sounds. I will leave this video down below if you want to know more about how you can actually pronounce the nasal sounds correctly, okay? The nasal sounds. So we have a, ma, not ma, and then nya, okay? We eat the u here in the beginning, de. Then we have ma, lower, not a, and then nya, 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 with this nasal sound, okay? So, what's happening here with these three words? Lower A's. Can you tell me what the lower A's are? This one, right? H. Higher A's could be this one. Repa. I can also put this bigger. Repa. The one that we are going to eat, this let me put this in this blue. We eat it, we never pronounce it, okay, when it's rapazes, okay, rapazes. How about estamos? Same here, we are going to eat this one, okay, for the same reason we ate the before in the previous word. Ta. This is an not a, okay, so this is, and this is the highest, oops, this is the highest syllable. Sta, 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 sta. Then mush can be u. We can pronounce it or not. Sometimes people do pronounce it. Other times we don't. Estamos. And de manhã. This de, we are going to eat it because we are always so hungry. So de. This ma is a low A, right? Ma. And then nhã, a nasal sound. De manhã. De manhã. De manhã. Okay? And the meaning, rapazes, boys. Estamos, we are. De manhã, in the morning. Okay? Last thing. I said that we, the Portuguese, we speak with our mouth kind of closed, right? And we don't pronounce everything. So, we say rapazes. What if we actually pronounce every single word as an open sound? So this one, the first one, would be rapazes. 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 When everything is open. Rapazes. But this is not how the Portuguese speak. We speak this way. Rapazes. Can you tell that is way closer? Rapazes. Let me put myself bigger. Like this. Rapazes. 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 You can tell that I'm opening more when I say rapazes versus rapazes, right? The next word, estamos. If I open every single sound, every single letter, it will be estamos. Estamos. But no one says like this. We say estamos. 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 So close your mouth more to pronounce like the Portuguese. And the last word or words in the morning, de manhã. Very open, like pronouncing everything. De manhã. 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 I think it was enough. I think by now you can understand the difference between the very open vowels and the lower vowels in terms of this specific vowels. Of course, there are other vowels. By now I think you already get the idea of higher syllable, lower syllable, and the ones that we don't pronounce. Okay, so rapazes, estamos, de manhã. Alright? Let me know in the comments if this was clear for you. If you probably, I don't know, I hope you had an eureka moment. Finally, now I understood what is going on, right? Specifically this that is one of the most important sounds that we eat. It's very important for you to remember that we eat the sound, and important for you to pronounce it, and also to recognize the words when you hear and listen the Portuguese speaking. Okay, if you want to learn more about this and really understand the Portuguese 100%, I have my link for my course down below. You can read what's there and have more information about the course. And if you have any question, you also find my WhatsApp link down below. So I will see you there. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Ciao, ciao.